What are the best 90s sci-fi movies? That's what we're going to discuss on today's episode. Hey, it's me, AP, and welcome to the Saturday Movie Show, everyone. And it is a live Saturday movie show today, ladies and gents. I am super excited. We did a live show last night on the channel, which was really cool. And tonight we are doing another one, and we are all going. Let me move on to a different screen so we're all good. We're all recording. We're all live. Just checking my mic levels. We're good. We are good, ladies and gents. We can hear. We've got mic audio coming through. So, best 90s sci-fi movies, the topic of today's show. But that is the headline topic. Before we get into the show, as always, we are going to do the same. It may be a live show, but we're still doing the same old stuff on the show. It is some not so worthy blockbuster housekeeping. This is the way we start every Saturday movie show, and this is where we talk about what's going on with the channel and just a general chit chat to ease us into the Saturday movie show ahead. So let's dive into to this. First of all, so not so worthy blockbuster housekeeping for this week. First of all, this is it. This is one big thing for the show. Really, the first live show. This is great. We've already got someone in. We got Walk On Always Believe. Watch everyone. Hope you're all well. How you doing, buddy? Let me know if you can hear me. Everything's sounding good. Everything should be okay. My end. It's all sounding good here. But let me know if there is any audio issues, guys. It would be much appreciated. But yeah, this is the first live show, the first Saturday live show, Saturday movie show live. Last night we did a Friday movie special. It was purely just me trying out things with a new setup, doing a live show. Look, this is going to be something I'm going to do more often now. I'm enjoying doing these live shows, and if people do like them as well, I'll continue to do them. I said it on last night's show. The main reason I'm doing it is to cut out a lot of editing time. It's cuts out a lot of time. It's also great to what we found last night on the show. Connecting with the community was great, and it was great to be able to interact live within the podcast with people, within asking questions, and other people in the community asking other people questions. It was really fun. It was a great live show last night. Hopefully today's live show will be just as good. We've got Media Collector Madness in here as well. Sean, Media Collector Madness, how you doing, buddy? That is awesome. We've already got 2 viewers. I am going to keep on looking at the comments, ladies and gents. I will keep on looking at the comments throughout this show, and I will any comments thrown my way, and throughout each segment I will take a little break and look at the comments and discuss. If you have any movie topics or anything you want to ask about the channel, feel free to throw any messages out there. So we're doing more live shows. It's going to be a mix, I think, in the future. We're going to do, sometimes it'll be like a pre-tape show, and sometimes it will be a live show, a bit of everything, because I think you do it every week, it gets a bit bland. I think it's nice to do a bit of a break sometimes as well. So I mix and match, and I'll let you know, obviously, in advance. Thank you very much to Walk On Always Believe. Says, yes, the audio is clear on this end. That is what I like to hear. Thumbs up. I've always got that fear, especially, I mean, last night I was a lot more nervous, I'll be honest. I don't really get nervous. I'm not a nervous person per se. But I was honestly nervous and sweaty and nervous, because it was the whole setup and doing this whole live stream for the first time. I found it quite nerve-wracking, I'll be honest with you, and it was just like the worry. It's kind of this worry in my head that I'm recording and then there's no audio, there's a video issue. Thankfully, touch wood, I've got a wooden sort of like a, what would you call it, a cabinet, a storage unit underneath me, what my mic's on. There was no issues last night, and the feed went really well. We're still having to fine-tune stuff. The camera, I'm just going off a web camera at the moment. I'm going to sort out to use my DSLR for next week's show, or whatever the next live show is. We'll definitely get a better video footage. But look, I'm really enjoying it. So what else is going on with the channel at the moment? We've got the Monster Hideaway trailer dropped this week, new video, and I posted out the poster and the release date for this. So the Monster Hideaway, if you're not aware, it's a short film I've done. Every 3 months on this channel, we try and do something special with the channel. We've done, so we do like the 3rd month, the 6th, the 9th, and the 12th. Previously, we've done movie quizzes, which you can still find on the channel if you want to check them out. This month, it is a bit of a different month because I am releasing a short film that I worked on a couple of months back now. So the Monster Hideaway, it's a horror / comedy sitcom shock film. It's about these 2 brothers who are running this monster memorabilia store, and not everything is quite as it seems in this monster memorabilia store. So it's really fun. I'm playing dual roles in that. I play 2 brothers, one with a mustache, one with a beard, and it was really fun. But that is going to be one of like the headline things of this month. I'm still contemplating doing a quiz, but we'll just see how it goes. Maybe a live quiz would actually be really fun though. Just knowing we can do the live setup now. A live quiz, it would be quite cool. I'll have to look at it and see if I can plan a quiz in time. But I think that would be awesome. Hit me up, let me know if you'd like to see a quiz. But we've got some really good things going on the channel at the moment. We've got the 50th episode coming up soon, in about 5 or 6 weeks' time now. The 50th episode of the Saturday Movie Show. It's great to know we've had 50 episodes and we've got a great community that has. I feel like the community's grown with just this show alone. I feel like this show it's brought a lot of people, a lot of fans of different movies in, and it's been awesome connecting with you all in the community. So we've got that 50th episode coming up in a few weeks. As I said on the Friday movie special and last week's show, if you want to get involved in that 50th episode, feel free to let me know. We're doing a special episode where it's going to be best year in movies. You give me your best year in movies and give me 4 movies from that year. And you can do it 2 ways. You can do it in a text format. You can either send me a message, or you can do it a video. You can do a 2-minute video up to 2 minutes. It could be 30 seconds to 2 minutes, whatever suits you. It could be on a phone. It could be on a trendy camera. Whatever it is best for you. And if you send me that to, well, first of all, if it's a big file, send me an email first or a message and we'll sort something out. But if you can send me any type of stuff related to the show, you want to pour out your opinion, the email address is SaturdayMovieShow5050 at hotmail.com. If you're unsure and you want to know some more details, feel free to contact me on any social media or on YouTube. I'm happy to answer any questions if you have any questions about that. But that's going to be a fun show, and again, it's going to be a community episode. That's what my plan is. Get a lot of contributors, collaborators. Sean, Media Collective Madness, he said he's going to be hopefully trying to do a video. He's got a great channel at Media Collective Madness. If you've not checked out his channel, it is awesome. He's putting out some really cool physical media videos. And we've got a few more collaborators like Sean who are going to be getting involved. And hopefully we'll get a few more, which it'll be awesome to see. I'm just going to put a message into the live feed saying, hey, everyone. Obviously, you'll know what I'm saying. So what's going on? Let's look at what else have we got on in Not So Worthy Blockbuster Housekeeping. So the setup is right now, like I said, it's a laptop, it's my mic, it's very basic. I'm not in my normal room. I've not got any set behind me, my DVD collection, which is unfortunate, but look, we've got to go with what we've got. At the moment, it is what it is. It's going to improve. I've realised though now that I'm probably going to have to get some sort of permanent setup because I'm literally hauling all my gear upstairs, and it's just a work in progress though. I will improve the setup and get a better setup, but to do the live streams is just such a big improvement, and it's something I didn't realise I could do until like late on this week, literally Friday, and then I thought, let's deep dive in and go for a live feed. So anyway, that is the Not So Worthy Blockbuster Housekeeping for today's show over and done with. And as this is a live show, as I said, in between every segment or so, I will check out some of the comments. So I'm going to mix it up. So this is the good thing about live shows. We're going to mix it up. It's going to be a bit of a different show. but still keeping that feel of the Saturday movie show, I think. So let's have a look at the comments. So let's see what we got here. So, Media Collective Madness. Sean from Media Collective Madness says, I'm here for about 15 minutes, then date night to the cinema. Sean was telling me he's going to watch Shang-Chi. He's got a date tonight. He's taking his lady out for date night, which is awesome. Have a fun time at the cinema, both of you. I hope you enjoy the movie, Sean. I've not seen it yet, but let me know what it's like, buddy. I want to know. I've had someone who I work with said they've seen it about 3 times so far, and they said it's awesome. So I've heard a few good words on Shang-Chi. It is Shang-Chi, isn't it? Shang-Chi. I kept on saying, I think last night I was saying Shang-Chi, but it's I think it's pronounced Shang-Chi. It looks great. I love the Iron Fist TV show. I thought that was a really good show, and that was like the martial arts side of the MCU. And I'm really intrigued and excited to see it. I think at the moment, I might go to the cinema. I'll see how I feel. Maybe sometime this week I might maybe hit the cinema. I don't know. I'll have to wait up. If not, I mean, it'll be. I know they cut the release date for home releases to about 45 days now, so it's not as bad of a wait at the moment, which is pretty cool. Walk on, always believe. It's okay to be nervous. Your stream was great. You have a great channel. You're down to earth, and you have our support. Walk on, always believe. Thank you very much, my friend. Thank you very much. You know what? I always try and be as authentic as I can with anything I do, and especially with this, I think it's no point in faking who you are. I'm trying to be as honest as I can, and like I said, I was nervous last night. I was sweating last night, and I thought, you know what? I'll throw it out there. If I get nervous tonight, I'll let you know. But I feel a lot better tonight, to be honest with you, because last night was such a good stream, such a good bunch of people in there, such a positive vibe. I really enjoyed it. And Walk On Always Believe was another guy who was in there, another movie bud in there. So Movie Bud Fist to you last night for that, to you both, to Sean and to everyone. Sean and Walk On Always Believe, to all of you, you all get a Movie Bud Fist, ladies and gents. You all get it. I appreciate the comment. That is very nice of you to say. Very kind. Media Collective Madness. I might have to give you more than 4 movies. Oh, right. You now that could be cheating. We have to have rules, Sean. We have to have rules for the best episode. Maybe let me know. Let me know what you've got. Let me know. Let me know in a private message when you can, buddy. Let me know your choices so far in your year. And I think you told me your year. I can't remember what year you said now. But I don't know. We can't have people cheating. We've got to keep it to 4. It's so easy. I could say 10 movies. We're not having that. No cheating going on in this community. Let's see. Media Collective Madness. You need some posters up. I definitely need something here because this wall is bare as anything. I'm pretty minimalist, I'll be honest with walls though. This is why the DVD collection's in that case. I'm really bad with mess, so I a bit OCD, bit minimalist. I do like sometimes just like the white walls. It's something I'm guilty of having white walls throughout the house, especially in here. I think this is white or off-white color. But yeah, what posters would you go for in this room? What posters? Ben, we've got Ben Fulton in saying hello. Hey Ben, hope you're doing well this evening. Fire any questions here about the channel, or if you have any movie related questions, Ben. Throughout the segments, we are going to answer. I'm going to look at the questions. And just to finish, we got Media Collective Madness Sean saying 1984 was a good year. 1984. Hey, look, I think any year in the 80s is a good year of movies. Any year in the 80s and 90s is a good year. But anyway, let's move forward. Like I said, any more questions, fry them in there. And throughout the segments, we will dive into some more questions and more chat within the community. But let's make this a regular show as always. We're going to go now to the headline topic of today's show. And let me just write this down. 15 minutes in. I've just got to do my video chapters at the end so I know where I'm up to. So today's headline topic is best 90s sci-fi movies. And look, this for me was a tough choice, but I picked 4 movies for my choices for the best 90s sci-fi movies. We've done the best of action and comedy before. 90s is an era I really enjoy, so I thought let's go in with sci-fi now, a genre I really, really love to discuss and to watch. So my first choice for today's choices of 4 movies, the first one is Jurassic Park. The first Jurassic Park movie specifically. This movie was released in 1993. This had a great cast: Sam Neill, Laura Dern, Jeff Goldblum, Richard Attenborough. Really great cast, directed by Steven Spielberg. John Williams did the music, the score for this movie. The beautiful score. But look, Jurassic Park. This is the movie. They create these artificially made Jurassic. They create these dinosaurs from DNA that was from like spores from millions of years ago, and then they create an actual park full of dinosaurs. And I know it's based on a book. I've never read the book. Apparently the book's meant to be quite a good read, but I've never read it. But what can I say? What do I love about this movie? I think, first of all, this movie really scared me a lot as a kid. And even as a young adult, I didn't watch it for quite a few years because I had so many chills of watching it as a kid. It would just scare me. And as an older adult now, I've enjoyed it a lot more over the past couple of years, and I can watch it now without closing my eyes. But what I like about Jurassic Park, first of all, to deep dive into it, is just the idea, the concept that there's this theme park that has been created and it has dinosaurs in it. These artificially, like the realistic, they are real dinosaurs for all intents and purposes. And you've got people going there, and then they're opening this park, and they're going around and trialing out. You've got Sam Neill's character and Laura Dern's character, and Jeff Goldblum's a scientist. They want to get the okay for it. They're going around this park and just seeing all these dinosaurs come to life. It is just magical. And what is so cool about this movie is the fact this movie was made in 1993, and the effects to this. I think the effects, the practical and the computerized effects, hold up to this day. I do think they're still pretty damn good. I think the animatronics though are the standouts. Specifically, we have like the T-Rex in this. There's tons of different animatronic dinosaurs. When I say animatronic, I mean like they've been built like mechanicalized, life-size versions of dinosaurs, and they use different versions like throughout this movie. And if you watch like the behind the scenes stuff on any of these Jurassic Park movies, but specifically like the first movie, when you see these dinosaurs come to life and you see the animatronics, I think it would be like you'd be on set and I'd be like, whoa, this is surreal. This is surreal. So for me, it's like a mix of the actual practical effects are phenomenal, but the story is great. Just like at first, everything seems great. The prospect of this dinosaur theme park, and then everything turns bad, and then the dinosaurs are all breaking free, and we got people canoodling behind the scenes. That guy from Seinfeld, the Newman, he's in it, isn't he? He's like one of the guys who sort of like makes a mess of all this. Samuel Jackson's in this movie. That is crazy. He's very briefly, and he does end up dying in this movie. But yeah, it's just a magical film. I think like the standout scenes are like the scenes with Jeff Goldblum with the T-Rex, and he's like when he's like waving the fleurs, like it's near that toilet scene. That one's a memorable scene. I suppose another memorable scene is just that opening scene when Sam Neill's character sees all like the dinosaurs for the first time, and he's in the car and he stands up, and you hear that music, the Jurassic Park music, and it's that music is so magical as well. John Williams is one of my favorite composers, and his music really just adds a movie, and it adds a different layer to a movie. It adds a special layer. It brings a movie from like a B to an A-star for me. I've always felt like that with John Williams, and him and Steven Spielberg, they really created this world with music and film, visual pictures, created something super special. So it's a really good cast, a really good movie. Jurassic Park is my first choice for best 90s sci-fi movies. Let's move forward though to the second movie of today's show. And my second pick is, I think maybe some of you watch the show or watch some of the videos will probably know what this sci-fi one. It's a sci-fi comedy movie, and it is Men in Black. Men in Black. What an awesome movie. Will Smith, Tommy Lee Jones. You got Will Smith, who's coming off the sort of like making him. He was made a star with the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and then he walks into start doing movies. I don't know whether this was his first movie, but this was an epic movie. This movie was released in 1997, and it is, I believe it's based off a graphic novel, a comic book series, Men in Black series. And like I said, it's a comedy sci-fi movie, this one. And what is the Men in Black? If you've never watched it before, what is it? The Men in Black is the Secret Service above Secret Service. You know, it's a Secret Service within the super Secret Service. Like, the Secret Service don't even know about the Men in Black. They are the people who, a government agency who deal with, like, everything related to space, aliens, and everything of that genre. And it's great. And you've got Tommy Lee Jones, whose character at the start of the movie is with this other guy who's retiring because he's too old, and he gives him the flash, the laser flash, and then it's him recruiting a new guy. And then we get introduced to Will Smith's character of Jay, and then he gets recruited by Tommy Lee Jones's character. And there's some great scenes throughout this. He then gets recruited. He becomes a member of the Men in Black. He must no longer like live the life he lived. He is now, his old life is finished. He's erased from human history basically, and he is now a member of the Men in Black. And then they had to then go and take on an adventure. And there's you've got the guy who plays the Kingpin as the main villain in this. The Kingpin in the Marvel show. If anyone can think of his name off the top of head, throw it in the comments now. That would be great. But look, it's great. It's a really good movie. For me, memorable moments within Men in Black are the table scene, and I've said this loads of times. The table scene is so funny when you see Will Smith. He's in there with like loads of different like army generals, firefighters, like NASA people who are going to be recruited for the recruitment day for the Men in Black. And they're all filling in these forms dead awkwardly on these awkward chairs. And then he sees a big table in the middle of the room. And he goes and grabs the table and he pulls it towards him. And it makes this big screeching noise. And it's just like, just like continuously. And everyone's looking at him and it's so awkward. But it just, every time, I know what's coming, but it makes me laugh every single time. And it's just a standout scene for me every time I watch that film. But it's just a great film, a great concept. Like when they go in the car for the first time, and he's like, you should put your seatbelt on. And he's like, don't press the button. And then he presses the button, and it's like at the end, and he's going everywhere in the car. It's just a standout, great comedy sci-fi movie for me, Men in Black. I really enjoy it. I think it's a superb film. But that is my second choice, 1997, and it is a movie that has spawned two direct sequels, Men in Black 2, Men in Black 3. I like the second one, but the third one was much better. I'd say the second was the sort of like the one I least like in that trilogy. But then we have the fourth one, which is a reboot with, well, it's like a reboot / continuation, but Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones don't feature. I would personally love to see a Men in Black 4 with a big team up of all them characters from the Men in Black International and the original trilogy cast. I think it would be great. But I still think there's legs in Men in Black. I'm surprised it's never been made into a TV show, like an actual live-action TV show. I think it would be awesome. But that is my second choice for the movies today, and we've got. Let's go to the third choice. Now. I'm just going to grab a quick drink for the. The thing is, what I normally do on the Saturday movie show, I normally have like cuts. I'll cut things like 20 minutes in, and then I'll have a drink. But there's no cut, so you're seeing my live drink break. So, yeah, that's a little behind the scenes. I normally do them like sort of black and white cuts in between. But hey, let's keep on going with the show. I've had a drink now. Let's move forward to the third choice in sci-fi movies, and the third choice is Stargate, the movie. This is the movie that launched the TV show, the massive Stargate franchise. And this movie stars James Spader and Kurt Russell. It was released in 1994. Let me know if anyone has watched this movie. But I've got the director's cut here. Great movie. What I will say is I've never watched the TV show for a long enough period to say that I really can enjoy it. What I watched of the TV show, I just couldn't get into it. Maybe, I know a lot of people have really enjoyed that over the years, the Stargate SG-1 show and all the other spin-off ones. But for me, it's just something I've never really got into. And it's like one of those, because there's so many seasons of it, I don't know where to start. I know obviously you start from the beginning, but it just seems like a daunting task to watch all that, when sometimes I can hardly watch like more than 2 movies a week. So I that's why I've never really got into the show. But what I can say is the movie is fantastic. So the movie really, let me just tell you a bit about the movie. It says on the back of it here, synopsis. In 1928, an ancient Egyptian artifact covered in strange symbols is excavated at the foot of the Great Pyramids. So they find this big science team in 1928. This movie is set, but it's a 90s movie. They find the Stargate, this big circular Stargate with all these symbols on. And then you got James Spader's character, who played Ultron in the Age of Ultron movie. He is like this top scientist, and he gets brought in to they quiz him about the Stargate, and he unlocks a puzzle they've been trying to work out for months, and he works it out within like 10 seconds. And then they know he's the guy. Kurt Russell plays like the main soldier guy in this one. So you got him as like the soldier, James Spader as the intelligence, and then they sort of like team up. They have a team of people, and then they activate the Stargate, and they go into the Stargate, and they go on this grand adventure. There's a villain of the piece as well, who's just trying to cause havoc in the place there where the Stargate is, the village they visit. Obviously, they befriend some of the people there. And it's just a really good story. I like the setting of this in the desert. I love the mystery around this, because it's going into this world. It's an unknown world, unknown territory. And it's really some dark moments in this. I mean, Kurt Russell's character at the start of the movie, it's revealed that his son was killed. He got shot accidentally. I'm pretty sure it was like an accident. His son gets killed, and he is just on the edge, his character. And then we see him get recruited for this mission, and basically his mission is to go within the Stargate and to destroy it with like nukes and stuff if things go bad and stuff like that. And it's a great story, great movie, and I feel like you don't really have to watch the show. And you don't have to watch the show after this. It's kind of like its own thing. You can watch it, and a lot of the cast, like Spader's character and Kurt Russell's characters, were recast for the show. So you don't really have to watch the show after this. I would have really enjoyed to see like a sequel to this movie, because it's such a good film. But we never got to see it. I know a few years back there was, I think the Stargate franchise got rebought by maybe a MGM or someone. And they announced they were going to do a reboot, a new like spin-off, new movies of the Stargate universe. But these movies have never came out. They've never been mentioned since. So I think that project maybe is dead in the water at this moment in time. I'd love to see a new Stargate movie franchise at the moment, in sometime in the future though, because I think it's such. There's a lot of potential with that franchise, and I would really enjoy seeing it at some point in the future. So that is my third choice over and done with. Stargate. Great choice for me personally. I think it's a great film. And now we are going to go on to the fourth choice. I've just got my DVDs at the side of me here. Fourth choice here. Now, if you were watching yesterday's Friday movie special, you would have heard me talking about The Matrix 4. And The Matrix 4 is coming out soon, but the trailer has just hit just recently. And it made me think about this kind of spot, like put the idea in my head for. Sorry, I'm just checking my phone to turn it off. Watching that Matrix 4 trailer put the idea on the head for today's episode of Best 90s Sci-Fi Movies, because I was thinking about this movie, and we discussed it last night. But here we go. 1999, a movie that really impacted the movie industry in a positive way. We have The Matrix. The Matrix, 1999 is my fourth and final choice for best 90s sci-fi movies. Why this movie? First of all, it comes out at the end of the 90s, and it is such a memorable 90s movie. I've said it last night, I'll say it again today. This first movie in the trilogy was just groundbreaking. It delivered everything that it was fresh. It delivered a new genre of sci-fi action movies that I felt we hadn't really seen before. Adding martial arts with sci-fi, adding this concept of going into, this concept of, your real Earth is not real. It's all a figment of your imagination. We're hacked into a computer, and this is when computers are starting to really take off. I feel in the 90s, we're starting to get like the internet's growing more. This is scary to think. This film is before we had like real social media. This is before we had MySpace. Maybe we had like Hotmail, like MSN Messenger, Hotmail at the time, but. Let me know if anyone knows that. MSN Messenger. Let me know if anyone knows that. But look, this was before Instagram. This was before before we had Wi-Fi internet. This is an era that is a long time ago now, the 1999. But this movie is just so cool. And even watching it now, I don't feel like it's dated. I feel like it's something it's a movie that stands the test of time. It's got that longevity factor to it. And it's a really good film. I really like it as a sci-fi movie. Like I said, it delivers on a few different levels as well. It's a great sci-fi film, but you've also got great action scenes in it, great martial arts scenes as well. Martial arts in this are great. And for instance, when Neo is training and when Morpheus is like loading him up with some programs, and he's like, I just learned Kung Fu. And it's like, they gave him a program and they put it into his head for him to learn and master Kung Fu. And that is so cool. And the whole story of it really is they're breaking free from the Matrix. Morpheus he believes that Neo is the one who can sort of like bring peace and save the people of the Matrix. And it turns out he is the one. He is the one. And maybe in Matrix 4, we'll find out maybe he's not the one. But he is the one. The memorable moments here for me. A few memorable moments. I think the first scene maybe a few scenes in, when he's in the office, Neo, and he is getting a phone call from Morpheus, and they're saying, like, agents are coming in for you now, and they're saying duck, and he's sort of giving the directions around the office, and he's saying duck, and you've got to run now, and he's like, go, go, go. That scene is pretty memorable for me. I love that scene. It's just dead basic, but I just like that. And the scenes when they're knocking on the door for the first time, and he's like following the right rabbit to find Trinity, and the meeting with Morpheus. But the end scene is epic. He's taking on the agents, and they're like, he's the one, and then he gets killed, and then he stands up again after being killed, and he is alive, and then he's like, they're all looking at him, the agents again, and then he's like, he is the one, and he's doing all these Matrix flying, he's doing all the slow motion effects, and that moment is like one of those feel good movie moments. The ones where the hairs on your arms start to lift up because you can feel the elevation, the impact, the positivity of that film hitting you right in the stomach, and it really gets me there. When you see him doing all that, and then Morpheus is like, he is the one, and he's just takes down the agents and destroys them. That is ace. And I suppose at the end when they tease him, when he goes off like Superman, that's awesome. But that end scene when he's doing all the slow motion effects is it's awesome. Even to this day, with the way movies have improved now, and I'm sure Matrix 4 will probably do something even more spectacular, but that for the time, and even now, is still a superb film. Keanu Reeves, Lawrence Fishburne, plenty more in that great cast. Carrie-Anne Moss, who played Trinity? Great cast, tons of great actors. Just a great sci-fi movie for the time. It added something new to that genre for me personally. It added, we've got your Stargates, your Men in Blacks, but it was giving us a darker tone of sci-fi with action, martial arts mixed in there as well. Sci-fi, action, martial arts, boom, I'm all in. And that is why it is one of my best 90s sci-fi movies. But anyway, that is the headline topic over for today's show. Let's move to some questions. Let's dive into the comments, and let me stretch my back. I'm just stretching my back out. Let's move forward anyway now. That was fun doing that headline topic. Let's see. So, where are we up to with questions in the live comments? We have we got a few different people in, I believe. We've got Walk On Always Believe, Media Collector Madness. Haha, good pun. Hang on, have I missed a pun here? Look, I may have missed a joke. I do apologize. I don't know what I've missed. Let me know if I've missed a pun. 1984 was a good year. I don't get it. It's went over my head. Let me know. Let me know what the pun is. Media Collector Madness. Sean, right, got to go. Have a great time on the stream, guys. We'll catch the replay. I imagine Sean's gone now, but if he's... Again, enjoy the cinema, buddy. Enjoy the cinema. Sean is going to watch Shang-Chi this evening on a date night. Walk On Always Believe. Believe it or not, the Men in Black characters, the team, are based on real events. There's real spooky video sightings on YouTube and great documentaries on YouTube. I didn't know that. It is based on real events. If you could, maybe, I know YouTube will block it if you send a link, Walk On Always Believe, but if you could send me the title for the video, maybe, or if you tell me something to search on YouTube, I will definitely check that out, because I'm down for checking out something really spooky. That'd be cool to see, and to see real events. What were the real events? Was it just the actual plot of that movie? Let me know. That is awesome. Movie Mad is on the show. He's here, Movie Mad. Was here for the Friday movie special last night. Welcome aboard, Movie Mad. Hope you're doing well, buddy. He said, hi, folks. I watched The Matrix for the first time in 1998. Was showing in a pub in Greece. About 98 degrees. I sat and watched the whole thing despite the hot sun. It is... I hope you enjoyed the viewing experience, Movie Mad. I've never been to Greece though. I'm sure it's a beautiful, warm place. But yeah, great movie. I'll be totally honest. I didn't watch it at the time though. I remember people discussing it. I've said this. I remember in school at the time, and people were saying to me, "Would you take the red or the blue pill?" And I had no idea what they were on about at the time. And I'd be like, "Oh yeah, I'd take the blue pill or I'd take the red pill." And I honestly didn't have a clue. And obviously, when I did eventually watch it, then it made more sense. But I like the new trailer though. I like the new trailer with the music in that trailer was good, and all the red and blue pills was really cool as well to see. But yeah, it looks good. I'm really excited for that. But any more questions, any movie related questions or any questions about the channel, keep on throwing them in to the comment section. We're on 40 minutes into the show. Just gonna have a quick drink. Let's go into the next section of the show. Let me just put a little comment. Oh, I've said it. I've said it. If anyone has any questions, throw them at me. Let's move on to the next section anyway. Movies for the weekend, ladies and gents. So this is the part of the show where I give some movie recommendations for this weekend. And look, I've only got 2 choices. Well, 3 choices really for this weekend. With the Matrix movie trailer coming out, I said in that video last night, and I can't really recall the last 2 movies that well. I need to rewatch them all. So, with the new Matrix 4 movie coming out in December, I am going to rewatch The Matrix 1. The Matrix 2, Reloaded. I think that's the second one, I'm pretty sure. And The Matrix 3, Revolutions. These are going to be my movie watches for the weekend. These are my movies for the weekend recommendations. I think they're all great movies. Well, I think the first one's a great movie, but I want to give the other ones a chance again. Give them a second chance and really get in the mood for this 4th movie. And these are my recommendations for this weekend. If you have any movies, what are you watching this weekend? What are your movies for the weekend? What are your recommendations for this weekend? There's plenty to watch in physical media, in streaming. We have plenty of choices, ladies and gents. Plenty of choices indeed. What I'm going to do now, let's head back into the live comments. Movie Mad said, I missed most of your other picks. What I will say, Movie Mad, if you want to check out the replay, check it out, buddy. But I will give you the picks now. If you want, spoiler, I'll give it 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you mute your ears if you don't want to hear the choices, but the choices were Jurassic Park, Men in Black, Stargate, and The Matrix. They were my 4th choices for best 90s sci-fi movies. Let me know, what do you think of them choices? Do you think they're good? Good, bad? Let me know. What I will do now, though, is I'm going to go into another section of the show. Let's see what else. Movie Mad also says, I liked The Postman with Kevin Costner. I've never watched that. I've seen Waterworld years ago, but I can't really recall it. I know that was meant to be a super high budget. It was a super high budget movie, and they were expecting it to be this big franchise. But I know it just didn't deliver by the sounds of it. But I remember watching that as a kid, but I honestly can't recall. I'm sure there's been talk of a Waterworld, either TV show or a new movie being made more recently. I'm not too sure exactly what the details of that are, but what I will do now, we're going to go into another section of the show, and we're going to go into what I will be watching this week. And normally I would do what I've been watching this week, but a bit of a change up because we did the Friday movie special. I talked about what I've been watching this week. Really, I want to talk about what I'm going to be watching because I've got my movie watch list here, and I do get recommendations for everyone within the community, but it's on a separate list. I keep that on a physical form in a paper, and I keep that list downstairs. But I've got the list here of just personal recommendations for myself. This is just my personal watch list that I want to watch, and I've got a personal and then I get a community one because the community one's got that many choices in there, and I feel like if I have a massive list it'll just overblow my brain. So I have just a little small personal list, and I did a video on this movies to watch list last year, and I'm probably going to reboot it soon, the list, and get rid of everything there and start fresh because it's still, even this small list is getting pretty big now. So I will go through these movies and just let you know what's in the list the last of the list and what I need to watch and what I'm intending to watch before I do this like sort of reset of the movie watch list. So we've got ones I want to watch. Hopefully I'll watch a few this week. The original horror Dracula movie, Akira. I've seen it once years ago, but I only watched a bit of it. I wasn't massive on it, so I want to give it another chance. The Shining. I've never watched The Shining. Raging Bull. Get Out. The second Thing movie. So they're like, it's the prequel one, the more recent one. I watched the old black and white one and the John Carpenter one recently, and I really enjoyed it. Almost Famous, Nightcrawler, The Greatest Showman, Ready to Rumble, and Bridge Over the River Kwai. I've never watched any of those movies though. They are on my watch list, and they are movies I'm going to be watching over the next week or two before I reboot that list and reset that movie list. But anyway, let's look at dive into the comments anyway. We're getting to the end of the show, wrapping it up. It's going to be around the 45-minute, 50-minute mark. Movie Mad just says, I just made a charity shop hunting earlier. I just made a video of charity shop hunting earlier to obtain vouchers to buy 2 movies from CEX. CEX is great for movies, and charity shops are great for movies. I just made to obtain vouchers. All right. So what did you... Let me know, Movie Mad. Did you trade in some movies, or what did you trade in for the vouchers? Was it? Let me know. And what were the movies you bought from CEX? Let me know, buddy. Movie Mad also says, how many DVDs do you own? Have you considered them? How many DVDs to own? Have you considered them out the case and storing them a different way? I honestly couldn't say for sure how many I own. I'm sure I've done a video on the channel. Maybe I counted them. It's basically the cabinet in my normal videos. I think you'll see it in the thumbnail. That is my main DVD collection, and I do have other ones around the house. Like to the right of me here now, I've got a few DVDs. I also have this big collection here, this big case full of DVDs. This holds about 150 to 200, I think, and it's just full of DVDs, mainly box sets, and just movies that I don't really watch that often, and ones I didn't want to throw away, but I didn't want to have on display. But then what I do is I keep the covers, for instance, like this. So I've got a big stack of covers, and it just saves on space. And if I ever want to change around, or if I ever want to do some videos on these movies, I can do so as well. So that's my storing method. Basically, with the unit downstairs, what I will do, Movie Man, is I will. I'll have the main collection, but I'm always sort of looking for new stuff, and then I'm always looking at the collection and thinking, what do I not watch anymore? What could I get rid of? What could I give to charity or sell? I mean, there's not much selling value for the DVDs, unfortunately, now, but most of the time, I'll either give to charity or give to anyone if they want a DVD, or I will, if I'm unsure about getting rid of them completely, I'll keep the case, keep the cover, the cover art, put it in there, keep it in the storage cover unit here, the storage case, and then I've got room for more movies. I'm not got like a wall to wall collection of movies. It's a very selective collection, I would say. And I like physical media, but I do watch streaming services as well. I watch a lot of like free streaming services. So I watch like BBC iPlayer and stuff like that, which is great for movies. So I do a bit of both really now. Physical media and watching stuff on streaming. I think people have their own choices of what they do. I know some people are very much they like one or the other. I know people now who don't collect physical media at all. It's each their own. I think it doesn't matter as long as you're enjoying your movies. That's all good. Movie Mad said, I went to find stuff worth trading in to buy. The Jackal and Twister on Blu-ray. Oh, the Jackal, I watched that more recent. Maybe it was yourself who recommended it, Movie Mad. I can't remember. Someone recommended it to me recently, and I watched that. Or maybe I think there was a few people who recommended the Jackal with Bruce Willis. Great movie. I really enjoyed that because I was looking for like more Bruce Willis movies to watch, and that was a really good one. I really enjoyed. That was Kevin Costner, wasn't it? Was it Kevin Costner in that, or Richard? Was it Richard Gere? Kevin Costner. I think it might have been Richard Gere. Richard Gere in that. Great film. Sidney Poitier, he was in it as well, wasn't he? Let's see. So I'll check out that video, buddy. Your video on the channel. I will check out later on, buddy, or today or tomorrow. I went to find. So he's got Twister. Twister's a great movie as well. Twister's a good movie. I used to keep the covers, but I have 3,000 discs. Look, we all know it. If we have that many DVDs, anyone who's got any type of physical media, it gets to a point where you've got to find alternative storage methods. It's a lot. I mean, do you keep the covers now, or what do you just keep them all in the cases now? Let me know. Harry Potter complete box set traded for £15, paid £6. That is awesome. Is that on DVD or Blu-ray? What was that? Because that is awesome to get a £15 voucher. That is pretty good. If I go charity shops to look for stuff to trade, I look for like. Mainly, I look now. Like, I mean, I don't purposely buy stuff to trade. If I'm buying stuff, it's to get for myself. But sometimes I do look for stuff to potentially buy. For me, it's like I like looking at like toys, and I think I said this yesterday. Like retro toys, wrestling figures, action figures. I'm big on wrestling figures. Yeah, I love wrestling figures, wrestling in general, but action figures from like Ninja Turtles, Action Men. Anything like that, which I think may have a value, I will look at, and it interests me. And it's cool just going out hunting for stuff like that as well. Walk on Always Believe says YouTube one. Oh, this is the video. The creepy real life Men in Black 2. Pentagon confirms existence of real man in black. Real Men in Black, not Real Man in Black. 3 Real Men in Black sightings caught on camera. Slapped Hams YouTube channel. I will check them out. I'll check them out. Walk on Always Believe. That'll be interesting. Another one. Real Men in Black. Creepy conspiracy theories. It was Richard Gere in the Jackal as well. DVD. So you traded in Harry Potter collection DVD. You bought it for £6. You got £15 voucher. That is awesome. You got a good deal. You've got a really good deal for that. That is CEX though. They do seem to give you really good deals on stuff. I find like if you look online, the price charting online for trading consoles or video games. I don't know so much in movies, but it looks like it's similar on movies that they're giving you good offers. But that's great. That is really good movie, Matt. But anyway. Last one. Throw out what movie are you going to be watching this evening, everyone? If you're in the live comments now, throw out your picks. We're going to, wrap up the show right now. So anyway, thank you very much for watching this show, everyone. It's great if you're watching it on live feed. That's great. If you're watching it on replay, whatever way you watch it, that is awesome. Thank you very much for joining me. We've got Lone Wolf is here as well. Hey, Lone Wolf, you're at the end of the feed, buddy. But thank you very much for joining us. Let me know what movie you're watching tonight, Lone Wolf. Let me know. Let me know your picks, everyone. What is your movie for this evening or this weekend? But anyway, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video today, please do give it a like. And if you're not subscribed to the channel already, please do subscribe. We're trying to get up to 500 subs by, as soon as possible. Really, by the end of the year. I think we're over like 450 maybe around now. It goes up and down. If we can get 500, that would be awesome. That is the target for the end of the year. If we get better than that, that would be even better. But 500 is the target. Hopefully we can get there. We got a few months left now. That'll be awesome. But like I said, subscribe to the channel. If you've got anyone else who might be interested, tell them, come along to the Saturday movie show. But look, it's been a great show discussing sci-fi movies. We've got in the comments the Jackal is out of print on Blu-ray, so is Twister. That is crazy. It's mad that movies are going out of print now, and that's why people That's why movies will become more sought after over in the coming years. Lone Wolf, are we discussing sci-fi movies? We are indeed, Lone Wolf. We're at the end of the show, but feel free to check out on the replay, buddy. It's been a really fun show. We're going to be doing more live shows, Lone Wolf, so don't worry, you're not going to miss out. We are going to do more of these live shows. But thank you very much for tuning in. Stargate, though. Stargate was in my picks, and it is a great movie. I hope you are watching that, Lone Wolf. That is a great pick, my friend. Great pick indeed. It's directed by Roland Emmerich as well. You are correct. You are correct indeed. Walk On Always Believe says CEX sometimes the prices are okay, but a lot of the DVDs they only give you 1p for the. They're selling PS5 for about 700. I see in the X series, the Xbox as well, and the PS5. Similar scenario, like they're charging like 600 or 700 quid. I think that is just ludicrous. I think it's criminal. But I mean, look, if they can make money, they're gonna make it, and that's the way it goes. I think it is unfortunate that these businesses do that and upsell these prices far beyond the actual RRP price because it's something that they can't get at the moment due to shortages. It's a shame, but they do it. You can't stop it, can you? With the PS5 and the new Xbox. But it's been a great show. Best 90s movies. Let me know for, like I said, if you're interested in getting involved in the 50th episode. Let me know. Shoot me up on Instagram or on YouTube or Twitter. Let me know if you've got any ideas for future topics, for future shows. I'm really digging like the best 90s and 80s vibes. I feel like the show and the channel is getting more like niche around the 80s and 90s. It's something I enjoy talking about a lot. But yeah, it's been another great show, ladies and gents. I've really enjoyed it. Thank you to all of you who have been involved in tonight's live feed. Thank you very much for joining me, for commenting. It's been great. We're getting on to around an hour now. It's been a really fun show. I will be saying my goodbyes, so thank you again, all of you, for joining in. Thank you very much for watching. Check out all of the other movie-related videos on the channel. We're going to be having a video coming up on Thursday, and I believe it could be. Well, I will keep it a mystery, Thursday's video, but we're going to have some more videos coming out on Thursday. New videos Thursdays and Saturdays. And hopefully we'll do a live show again very soon. Maybe next Saturday, if not the Saturday after. We will do more of these live shows because they are super fun to do. But yeah, great show. Great community here. And thank you very much for joining me. And as always, before we end the Saturday movie show and any video, I end it with my sign off. So thank you very much for watching. And as always, I will see you next time.